My boyfriend said his ex is more attractive than me and it messed me up. I've been dating my boyfriend, Mark, for almost 2 years now. We have an amazing relationship since we're compatible in so many ways. Sometimes he'll brag to his friends on Zoom about how wonderful he finds me, and sometimes his friends say they are jealous. These past 2 years have actually been the best ones of my life. Thing is, Mark is way out of my league, physically. He's like a real-life Instagram model. My friends say they are jealous of me. Sometimes strangers hitting on him in public is a bit of an issue, and I can only imagine what his messages look like. As for me, I think I'm a 5/10. Mark says he thinks I'm attractive, and I know beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but it's hard not to feel a little insecure when your partner is a total catch and you look like a mountain goat. Before Mark and I got together, he dated a girl named Lindy. She was physically appealing. She looked like she came straight out of Baywatch or something. I saw an old picture of her and Mark embracing on the beach in their swimwear, and honestly they both look stunning. However, other than that I know very little about Lindy. Mark never talked about her, other than to say that they dated for 8 months and she was a colossal a-hole. That does bring me some comfort. Anyway, Mark was in a Zoom group with his buddies, just chatting about stuff. I was in our room upstairs, but I silently slipped out of my room and started to make my way downstairs. This brought me within earshot of Mark on his laptop. I heard my name said by one of Mark's friends on Zoom. I froze to listen in and heard one of them say, "What about Lindy? Does everyone remember her?" Everyone instantly started raging about her. Mark said, "Come on guys," in a funny/exasperated tone. I did get a flutter of anxiety when I heard her name though. Then someone said in a playful voice, "Why'd you get rid of Lindy, Mark? She was our candy." There was some laughing. Then another friend said, "Yeah, now we have op." It was in a complaining tone, and honestly it hurt. A real punch to the chest, even if they tried to play it off as a joke. At this point, I'd expect Mark to defend me, which he kinda did by saying, "Come on. I know op isn't eye candy like Lindy, but she's an amazing girl. Lindy was an a-hole." Hearing that was more than a punch in the chest. I felt my whole body just freeze and a lump immediately formed in my throat. I really wish I could focus on the positive of him saying that I'm amazing, but all I can think about is him saying that Lindy was eye candy, and I wasn't. I eventually was able to compose myself and walked past him. Mark greeted me and I said hi like nothing happened, but I was shattered inside. It's been a couple of days since I overheard him say the Lindy thing. He's been pretty wrapped up with work, so thankfully I haven't had to put on much of a performance. But I've had a lot of time to think. I've turned that moment over and over again in my mind. I know that Mark really loves me, but the fact is that, no matter how much he cares about me, no matter how compatible we are in other areas, Lindy is categorically superior to me in one particular area. Mark finds her objectively more aesthetically pleasing than me. There's no way around it. I want to be Mark's best everything. I want to be his best emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. But there's one area I can never be his best. And that just hurts, so bad. Not even to mention whichever friend insulted me in the first place, that was so effing rude, and whenever I unck myself I'm going to figure out who it is. Today Mark had time off from work, and he noticed I was acting differently. When he asked, I told him I hadn't been feeling well. I'm not sure that he bought it because he said that I could come to him with anything if I needed to talk. I spent half of the day just kinda laying in the guest bedroom, smoking and browsing Reddit. We were supposed to go to the park but I was too down. I don't know how to move on from this. Is there anyone here who has an ex that is more attractive than your current partner? How do you deal with that? Do you even think about it? What are your thoughts on this? I really am stuck.